You clicked this because something about a Depression-era burger building more muscle than steak didn't make sense to you. Good. It shouldn't, until you understand what they were actually putting in it. My grandmother made these, not because she knew anything about leucine thresholds or amino acid windows, because meat was expensive and the family needed feeding, and you stretched what you had with what was in the pantry. What she didn't know, and what took researchers decades to figure out, is that stretching the beef that way made the protein work better, not worse. The cheap fillers she added to survive the Depression were accidentally solving the exact muscle absorption problem that people over 50 pay a fortune trying to fix today. 4 ingredients, 25 cents per patty. All the research is down in the description. Tell me in the comments, did your mother or grandmother ever make burgers or meatballs with oats mixed in? Because this was more common than people remember. And stay to the end for the exact recipe. Ingredient 4, nutritional yeast. The government knew exactly what it was doing when it handed this out in survival rations during the 30s. Nutritional yeast is a powdery yellow flake that tastes faintly like cheese. It is the biological ignition switch for muscle synthesis. You can eat 100 grams of protein a day. You can chew through expensive chicken breasts until your jaw aches. If you lack the metabolic machinery to process that protein, your body treats it exactly like a carbohydrate. The amino acids get deaminated. The nitrogen flushes away. The rest burns for energy. This happens without vitamin B6. Transamination is the specific chemical reaction that redirects digested protein away from the furnace and shoves it into the muscle fibers. B6 is the sole enzymatic cofactor that makes transamination possible. Nutritional yeast is the most concentrated natural source of the entire B complex on the planet. I was stunned reading a recent nutritional investigation from the NIH National Institute on Aging published in Nutrients. The researchers found that B vitamin insufficiency in adults over 60 independently ruins muscle protein utilization. Even when the seniors ate plenty of protein, they were still losing muscle because the metabolic deployment machinery was completely empty. Nutritional yeast fixes this immediately. Just stir 1 tablespoon of the dry flakes straight into your raw ground beef before cooking. It requires zero extra effort. It replaces salt and pepper. It also delivers massive amounts of vitamin B3. This specific vitamin drives the production of NAD plus in your cells. NAD plus is the cellular energy currency that keeps the mitochondrial engines inside your muscle tissue running. When NAD plus drops, muscle dies. That is a biological fact. Do you really want to starve your cells over 10 cents? I saw an older man's story in one of my comments. He lifts weights twice a week. He buys premium beef. He drinks the chalky shakes. He steps on the scale and watches his lean mass drop month after month. He is not failing in the gym. He is failing at the enzymatic level. His protein has no cellular escort. Nutritional yeast acts as that escort. The government distributed it during World War II to keep a malnourished population standing. We forgot about it the second the economy recovered. We traded functional survival food for marketing hype. Do not make that mistake. Put the yeast in the bowl. This metabolic engine needs the right fuel environment to run, which brings us to the next ingredient. But real quick, hit like and subscribe if this is landing. Ingredient 3, cooked lentils. 2 tablespoons of cooked, mashed lentils folded into raw ground beef sounds like an insult to a good burger. Try it anyway. People stretched their meat with legumes during the Depression to make dinner last. They accidentally engineered a medical miracle. Your blood might be actively dissolving your muscle tissue right now. High homocysteine does exactly that. Homocysteine is a naturally occurring amino acid in the blood that, when elevated, acts as an aggressive accelerator of sarcopenia. An analysis from the NIH and Chianti study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism tracked older adults. The results were terrifying. Adults in the highest homocysteine quartile lost muscle mass at twice the rate of the lowest quartile, 2 times the physical decay. This happened regardless of how much they exercised or how much protein they ate. Lentils are packed with folate. Folate directly crushes homocysteine levels through a process called the remethylation pathway. It forces the toxic buildup back into a harmless state. Have you ever actually checked your homocysteine levels? But that is only the first reason we mash them into the beef. Iron absorption in aging bodies is notoriously poor. Beef contains heme iron. Lentils contain non-heme iron. When you eat them together in the exact same bite, a biological backdoor opens in your gut. The heme iron from the meat activates an intestinal transport pathway that grabs the non-heme iron from the lentils and drags it across the cellular wall. You effectively double your iron absorption without taking a single supplement. It is an elegant, free biological hack. The lentils also bring resistant starch to the party. Cooking lentils and letting them cool slightly creates a specific fiber fraction that survives the stomach. It travels straight to the colon to feed the exact bacteria responsible for producing butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that turns off intestinal inflammation. Inflamed intestines cannot absorb amino acids. A clinical trial from McGill University Department of Medicine published in the British Journal of Nutrition proved this. They fed legumes to adults over 60 for 12 weeks. The seniors showed significant improvements in iron status, inflammatory markers, and physical performance scores. They just functioned better. You cook a batch of green or brown lentils on a Sunday and keep a jar in the fridge. You mash a spoonful with a fork and mix it into the cold meat. The texture disappears completely into the patty. You will never know it is there. Your grandmother probably did this on a Tuesday night to feed 5 kids on a quarter-pound of meat. She stretched the meal to save pennies. She was actually saving their cellular health. The resistant starch, the folate, and the paired iron create a perfect environment for nutrient uptake. Yet even the perfect environment needs a chemical catalyst to trigger the rebuilding process. Ingredient 2. Whole egg. Crack a single whole egg straight into the mixture. Do not discard the yolk. The fitness industry spent decades telling you to throw away the most anabolically potent part of the egg. That advice was scientifically bankrupt. People living through the 1930s used a whole egg to bind their meat when they could not afford breadcrumbs. They needed the patty to stay together in the cast iron skillet. They were inadvertently unlocking a biochemical threshold that modern sports nutrition scientists spent millions of dollars trying to map out. As you age, your muscles become stubbornly resistant to growth signals. This is called anabolic resistance. To overcome it, you need a specific amount of the amino acid leucine to hit your bloodstream all at once. The magic number is somewhere between 2.5 and 3 grams. If you fall short of that threshold, muscle protein synthesis never fully turns on. A standard serving of ground beef provides about 1.8 grams of leucine. It is close, but not enough. You eat the beef, you miss the threshold, and the opportunity vanishes. 1 whole egg adds 0.5 gram of pure, bioavailable leucine to the patty. It pushes you safely over the line. But the yolk does something even more profound. The fat in the yolk contains a phospholipid called phosphatidylcholine. This compound radically accelerates how fast your body absorbs the fat-soluble vitamins trapped inside the beef. We are talking about vitamin A and vitamin K2. You need these for bone density and immune function. A randomized controlled trial from the University of Illinois, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, exposed the truth. Researchers had young men eat either whole eggs or pure egg whites after a workout. The whole egg consumption stimulated muscle protein synthesis 40% more effectively than the exact same amount of protein from egg whites alone. 40% more muscle growth just by leaving the yolk in the bowl. Are you still throwing it away? The fat and the phospholipid matrix amplify the anabolic response. They do not just add calories, they act as a megaphone for the growth signal. Your grandmother cracked that egg to keep her dinner from falling apart in the pan. We do it to force an aging body to listen to the protein it is receiving. The egg acts as the physical glue for the burger and the biochemical glue for the meal. It is perfect synergy. Think about the elegance of that. One ingredient solves two massive biological problems for less than 20 cents. You simply mix it in cold. The yolk coats the meat. The whites bind the oats and the lentils. But the most crucial mechanism of all relies on an ingredient that seems completely out of place in a burger. Ingredient 1: rolled oats. Ground beef digested without fiber is a biological flash in the pan. The meat moves through your stomach rapidly. The amino acids hit your blood in a massive, sharp spike. For a 20-year-old, that is fine. For someone over 50, it is a disaster. Your aging muscle tissue takes longer to wake up and start building. By the time your cells are ready to absorb the protein, the spike has already crashed. You ate the protein but got none of the structural benefit. This is the secret that changes everything. You take a quarter cup of dry rolled oats and you mix them directly into the raw beef. If you just recoiled at the thought of putting oatmeal in your steak, I understand. We have been brainwashed to separate carbohydrates from our premium proteins. That is a lie. This was the ultimate Depression-era stretching technique. Meat was severely rationed. Cooks needed a small amount of beef to feel heavy and filling in the stomach. They used oats. The oats contain a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. When beta-glucan hits your stomach acid, it transforms into a thick, viscous gel. This gel physically traps the digesting beef. It forces your stomach to empty at an agonizingly slow, controlled rate. That sharp, useless spike of amino acids flattens out into a sustained, steady drip. The availability of muscle building blocks extends from 90 minutes to over 3 hours. You are giving your stubborn muscle tissue 3 full hours to wake up, open the cellular doors, and drink in the protein. A controlled investigation from Lund University, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, proved this. They fed older adults beta-glucan from oats alongside a protein meal. The fiber significantly extended postprandial amino acid availability. It massively improved nitrogen retention compared to a meal without fiber. The oats also provide a slow trickle of carbohydrates that trigger a moderate release of insulin. Insulin is not the enemy. It is the transport hormone that literally pushes amino acids across the muscle cell membrane. Without a gentle insulin pulse, the protein just floats around outside the cell. The Depression-era cook stretching her rationing coupons was accidentally engineering the most anabolically efficient meal on earth. The meat builds the house. The oats hold the door open so materials can actually get inside. You just hydrate them in cold water first. This single addition makes a cheap beef patty perform better in the human body than a $50 restaurant steak. The recipe and preparation. Start with 450 grams or 1 solid pound of lean ground beef. You want an 80-20 fat ratio. Do not buy the extra lean 90-10 beef. You need that animal fat to absorb the vitamins. Do not go fattier than 80-20 or the patties will shrink in the pan. Get a half cup of dry rolled oats. Grab 1 whole egg with the yolk intact. You need 3 tablespoons of cooked brown or green lentils. Get 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Grab 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt and a half teaspoon of black pepper. Add a half teaspoon of garlic powder and smoked paprika for flavor and a vitamin C boost that aids iron absorption. The first step is non-negotiable. You must prehydrate the oats. Put the rolled oats in a small bowl with 3 tablespoons of cold water and walk away for 10 minutes. Dry oats sink like a sponge. They will violently suck all the moisture out of the beef while it cooks. Hydrating them first means they are already full, leaving the meat juices where they belong. Now you mix everything cold. Put the beef, the wet oats, the raw egg, the mashed lentils, the nutritional yeast, and all your spices into a chilled bowl. Use your bare hands. Mix it fast and aggressively for exactly 60 seconds, and then stop immediately. Do not overwork the meat. If you keep squeezing the beef, the myosin proteins will bind into a tight, rubbery web. Your tender burger will turn into tough shoe leather. Divide the meat into 4 equal sections. Press them flat until they are about 1.5 centimeters thick. Make them wider than you want the final burger to be because they will shrink inward. Press your thumb gently into the dead center of each raw patty. That thumbprint cancels out the natural doming effect when meat hits hot iron, so the burger stays perfectly flat. Cover the patties with plastic wrap and put them in the fridge for 20 minutes. This resting phase is crucial. The starches in the lentils set up and the egg bonds everything together. Heat a heavy cast iron skillet over medium-high heat until a drop of water dances and evaporates instantly. Drop in a spoonful of beef tallow or butter. Your biology needs animal fat for vitamin absorption. Put the cold patties in the hot pan. Leave them completely alone for 4 solid minutes. If you touch them before the crust forms, they will stick and rip. Flip them exactly once. Let them cook for 3 or 4 more minutes on the other side until a meat thermometer reads 71 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not ever press down on the burger with your spatula. Every time you press, you are squeezing the dissolved B vitamins straight out of the meat to boil away in the pan. Rest them on a plate for 3 minutes so the juices redistribute. You can keep raw patties in the fridge for 1 day between sheets of parchment paper. Any longer and the oats will start digesting the meat with their natural enzymes. You can freeze them for 3 months. You can keep cooked patties in the fridge for 4 days and just warm them up in a pan with a splash of water to keep the steam trapped. Cook a batch on Sunday. You now have 4 perfect meals ready for the entire week. It costs about $1 a patty. It is the smartest investment you can make in your own physical independence.
Hey, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments down below any question you have, and I will reply to it as soon as possible. And if you want to, check out this video. You will probably like it too. Thanks for watching.